School of AI.
Imagine walking into a hotel where the AI concierge can answer questions about your reservation, recommend restaurants, book a spa appointment, arrange airport transportation, and remember your preferences from your last day. It can also search through hotel policies and even coordinate with multiple specialized AI agents all in a single conversation. Now, that isn't science fiction. It's the kind of application you'll see in our free preview project. Now, this project combines AI agents, memory, document search, tool calling, planning, research, and multi agent collaboration into one complete application. Now, here's the important part. If you watch that free project and you completely understand how every piece works, how it was designed, and how you could build it yourself from scratch, then you probably don't need this course. But if you look at the project and think, this is amazing, but I have no idea how all these pieces fit together, then you're exactly who this course was designed for. So let's deep dive into the project. As you can see on my screen, I have the hotel AI agents available here. Inside this, I have a few folders and some files here. Now let's go from the bottom up. My requirements.txt talk about all the different libraries or packages that I would need for this particular project. I need Streamlit, Request, ChromaDB, PyPDF, Python-.m. Now if you've not used any of these, we're probably going to talk about it in the next 7 days. README file has step-by-step instructions on what this project does. So we'll probably go ahead and run this, as I call it, Hotel AI Concierge Command Center. And it talks about the project and also the instructions that we'll walk through in a second. We have our Olama client. We'll be using Llama 3.1. We're going to run it localhost, and we have all the information about this project. We have app.py file, which has all the main logic for this application, everything that connects together, mostly for the Streamlit interface. As you can see from here, it has sets the title, sets the page, how the page looks like. You can use it as a chat assistant or complete agent workflow. Now, I'm not going to go over it as we're going to talk about it or build it in the next 7 days. But if you're not familiar with this, it's a good opportunity to understand about Streamlit and how it works. It kind of creates most of the front end for your application. Next, I have workflows here. It has this supervisor py file. This is the main file or main agent that runs the entire hotel workflow from planning, tool result, knowledge base, research, analysis, final response, and review. It puts everything together for us. I have tools. What are the different tools that I'm using? I'm using the hotel tools. That is the tools folder that I've created here. Again, if you access this in the resources folder, you can actually run this project along with me. I have also the tool router file here, which kind of routes our entire project, or have the run tool option here, parse tool call function here, and it has some prompts here which talks about what it does. Next, I have my rag folder here. This has my document loader, which loads the documents that I will be uploading, vector store, which will talk about the vector database, or it's going to create a vector database inside my data folder here. You'll not see it right now, this folder, but it's going to create when it runs it first time. Also, as collection, it ingests the documents that I have and chunks them into pieces and then saves them into our vector database. And also have a retrieve method to retrieve that from the vector database. And I did speak about document loaders. So I'm going to go ahead. Our memory, this is the SQLite store. This will create our database, which will store data inside the SQLite database. And I have some save message, load recent messages, save preferences, initialize database, and get connection. Again, this will be stored inside data folder, which is the next one. Here we have documents. I have a sample document here about the hotel policies, and I have a reports folder here which will be populated based on what we generate in the later steps in a few seconds. And then finally the main one, the agents folder. It has our analyst agent, which talks about what this agent is supposed to do, analyze findings based on the inputs provided. We have assistant agent, or we can go in order, but I can just go in this order. Our planner will be the first one, but let's look at the assistant agent here. Assistant agent has prompt and what it needs to do in here. I have my knowledge agent, which kind of answers from the knowledge base depending on the question that is passed to it. Our planner agent, which will be our very first agent, which creates a plan for us. We have a research agent that runs after planner agent, and this does research based on the plan that we have. We have a reviewer agent. This is the agent that will be reviewing the kind of things, the research that researcher has done. We have our tool agent that connects our different tools that we have available depending on what the request is or the user message is. And then we have a writer agent that writes the documents to the document folder that we have, and that's our writer agent here. So we have all this folder structure. Now again, any of these things is kind of accumulation of all the 7 days of projects that we'll be working on, and we'll be going in much deep detail on each and every line that these projects have, be it agents, be it the database, be it RAG, and or be it the vector database. So everything that we have here will be, we will go through it step by step in our next 7 days. So for now, I'm going to go into README file. I'm going to close my requirements here, and the first step is to install Olama library. Now I have this available. I'm going to open new terminal. So Llama Pool, I already have Llama 3.1, which is 4.9 GB. It's going to take some time depending you have it. Next is our embedding model. So for that, I'm using Nomic Embed Text, and that is around 274 MB. That should be pretty quick to download. Once I've done that, let's go ahead and create a virtual environment. This lets me save all my data inside virtual environment. And then let's go ahead and activate that. You know it's activated by venv, and then I'm going to install all the requirements. So installing it in virtual environment helps you create a package or packages into one single environment instead of the entire computer that you have or entire server that you have. While this is installing, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and show you the next steps. Next, I'm going to run Streamlit, which will open our browser, and that will actually open our application that we have built here inside the browser. And once that is done, so let's run this. Once this is running, so as you see, browser opened and with the interface here. But before that, I also created some demo questions for you. I need a deluxe room for 2 nights starting July 5th. Recommend an Italian restaurant for a romantic dinner. Can I get late checkout and arrange airport transportation? What is the cancellation policy? Save that I prefer quiet rooms away from the elevator. So if you see, these are basic questions that you'll probably have want questions while you're checking into an hotel or before you're checking into an hotel. So I'm going to go back here. You see I have a chat assistant as well as a complete agent workflow. So let's start with the chat assistant first, and we can ask questions here. Here is the project setup. Olama pull Llama, this we already did. Ingest hotel policy knowledge. So I'm going to go and click on this button and get ingest the sample hotel policy that is right over here. Now if you want to, which was inside documents here, hotel policy. Uh, if you want to, you can drag and drop your own hotel policy right over here, or other text that you want related to question that you want to ask. Also, if you see here, Chroma Hotel was created. This was not there before, and reports are still empty, but the SQLite database is created here too. So let's go ahead and first, no, I don't want to clear chat memory. That is, every time you want to start something new, you can do that. But here, let's go ahead and ask our first question. I'm going to go back to README, and I'll copy this. I'll paste it here on it. I need a deluxe room for 2 nights starting July 5th. That's what I'm specifying here. Let's say we have a variety of rooms available, but happy to check on our deluxe options. For a stay from July 5th to 7th, I can see that we have some deluxe rooms available with king size beds and city views. Would you like me to provide more details about these rooms, or would you prefer to explore other options? You can keep on talking to it, but I'm going to go ahead and say recommend an Italian restaurant for a romantic dinner. It's going to go ahead, process that, and say we have a wonderful Italian restaurant just a short walk from our hotel, Bella Vita. They are known for their authenticate, and it gives me details about that particular restaurant. Next, I'm going to say, can I get late checkout and arrange airport transportation? And it will look at the policy and say late checkout is available for an additional fee, but is subject to availability. If you'd like to request a late checkout, I can put you in a note for you for the front desk to review. So again, you can do that. And again, airport transportation is also available for a fee, and it gives you details about that. Next, I'm going to say what is the cancellation policy. So maybe I don't like this additional fee part, so I'm going to ask for a cancellation policy. A standard cancellation policy states that if you cancel or modify your reservation at least 24 hours prior, there will be no charge. So if you see, it has all the details about the cancellation policy right over here. Next, I'm going to go ahead and say, save that I prefer quiet rooms away from the elevator. So it's going to create my preference and save it this preference inside there. So in future, if I reserve or have any reservations here, it will use this quiet rooms away from the elevator for me and automatically book those for me. So that's pretty awesome, right? So that's our entire questions that I wanted to ask. But another option is I want to go ahead and run the complete agent workflow. In this particular case, what I'm doing is, let's say a guest is specifying something. I'm in arriving tomorrow for an anniversary trip. I need a deluxe room, an Italian restaurant recommendation, a spa appointment, airport transportation, and late checkout information. I can run this workflow. In this particular run workflow, it will go ahead and, so let me just go to the workflow, and here supervisor is going to run this workflow. It's going to call the planner tool, then it will look for knowledge base, do some research, call the analysis agent. All these agents that are there, it's going to call step by step, and finally look at the final response and then review it, and then give me the entire output in a report. And at the same time, it will also give it to me here. So let's give it a few seconds. It's going to take a few seconds, and then it will show me that workflow is complete and will show me what did the planning agent do: confirm room reservation, book spa appointment, arrange. So what it has to do based on planning today and tomorrow, additional tips, and then the tool agent, which one to call, the knowledge agent, what it has to get, the research agent, and then analyst agent details. Everything is available right over here. Then what did the writer agent final response was? It was to kind of create a nice email or a message for the user. And then finally the reviewer agent scored it from 9 out of 10 based on all these different options that we have set up. And if you go here, you'll see final hotel response is saved inside the reports here, which can be used to either email the guest or kind of use that inside your project. So there you go, our entire project is complete here, and you can go through these files, and these files are available in the resources download. And if you don't understand any of these or what we are doing here, or want more explanation on this, I would recommend you sign up for this course, and I'll probably see you in there. I hope it was helpful. If you have any questions, you can always get back to me and we'll get back to you. Thank you.